Have you ever felt like you didn't belong? Like no matter how hard you tried to fit in, something deep inside you said, "You're different?" If so, this message is just for you. You didn't land here by accident. You were guided. Yes, guided by something greater, something divine, because you, my friend, are a chosen one. And today, it's time to tell you everything. There are hidden truths about you that you've never been told. You've been through things that broke others, but you're still standing. Why? Because you were built for something bigger. You carry a light that this world desperately needs. And the people around you? They might not understand you. They might even reject you. But that's because your energy is different, powerful, divine. And the truth is, the world isn't ready for people like you. Yet. But your time is coming. No, scratch that. Your time is now. In this video, you'll find answers to questions you've held inside for years. You'll learn why you feel so alone sometimes, why you're always thinking deeply, why you seem to sense things before they happen. So please, stay with me till the very end, because this isn't just another video. This could change your life. Before we begin, show some love by liking and joining our community. We're building a space where the chosen ones can grow together, learn together, and rise together. You are not alone anymore. So sit back, open your heart, and get ready to discover the truth they never wanted you to hear. Because once you hear this, you can't go back. Welcome home, chosen one. Let's begin. Some people walk through life feeling like they belong everywhere they go, but not you. Ever since you were young, you noticed you were different. You thought differently. You felt more deeply. While others laughed at things you didn't find funny or followed trends without thinking, you always saw the world in your own unique way. And that made you feel like an outsider. Maybe you were quieter than most. Or maybe you asked deep questions when everyone else just wanted to talk about surface stuff. You noticed things that others didn't. You could feel when someone was sad, even if they smiled. You sensed when something was wrong, even before it happened. People may have called you too sensitive, too weird, or too quiet. But the truth is, you were never too much or too little. You were simply different because you were made for something different. Here's the truth they never told you. You were never meant to fit in. You weren't created to follow the crowd. You were born to lead, to guide, to bring light into places full of darkness. That feeling of not fitting in wasn't a mistake. It was a sign that your soul carries something rare, something powerful, something this world doesn't always understand but desperately needs. The reason you've always felt out of place is because you're not here to be like them. You're here to help them wake up, to show them another way. That deep feeling inside you and that there's more to life than what we see is the voice of your purpose calling you. So next time you feel different, don't shrink, don't hide. Instead, remember this: stars don't compete with the darkness, they shine through it. You were never meant to fit in because you were born to stand out. There's something inside you that's always known. A quiet voice, a strange pull, a deep feeling that you were meant for more. While others lived without questioning, you kept sensing that life had a deeper meaning. Certain dreams felt too real. Random moments seemed like signs, and your heart whispered things your mind couldn't explain. This wasn't just your imagination, it was your true self trying to speak. You've always felt like there was a part of you hidden beneath the surface, something powerful, something sacred. And every time you tried to ignore it, life found a way to remind you. Through strange coincidences, unexpected challenges, or a deep sense of not belonging, the universe was speaking. And now it's time to finally understand what it's been trying to say. You are not lost. You are being called. You see, the world has taught you to doubt yourself, to play small, to ignore your intuition. But the truth is, that voice inside you has always been real. It's been guiding you toward your purpose. Not something outside of you, but something already within. You are here for a reason. You carry wisdom, light, and strength that others don't. That's why you often feel different. That's why people either admire you deeply or misunderstand you completely. This identity, this calling, has been hidden, not to punish you, but to protect you until the right moment. And that moment is now. The veil is lifting. Your true path is revealing itself. The dreams you've been afraid to chase, the feelings you've tried to silence, they were never accidents, they were clues. You're not just another person in the crowd. You are a chosen one. And your time to rise has come. Right now, as you're reading these words, something inside you is stirring. It's not random, it's not luck. And it's definitely not just another moment in your day. This is divine timing. You didn't come across this message by accident, you were meant to. You were guided here by something greater, something that has been watching over you since the beginning. You see, everything in your life, the delays, the heartbreaks, the strange dreams, the sudden changes, has been leading up to this point. Even when it felt like nothing made sense, the pieces were silently falling into place. And now, the time has come for you to finally understand why. The truth couldn't come to you earlier because you weren't ready. But now, you are. The universe doesn't run on human clocks. It moves according to a higher rhythm, one that your soul recognizes even when your mind doesn't. This moment is part of that rhythm. The reason you feel something as you read this isn't because the words are powerful. It's because you're waking up. Your spirit knows this message is for you. For years, you may have felt stuck in waiting, wondering when your time would come. You've been through enough to break someone else, but you survived. And now, everything you went through is becoming part of your preparation. The right moment always arrives right on time, not a second early, not a second late. So if you've been asking for a sign, this is it. If you've been looking for a reason to keep going, this is it. The timing of this moment is not by chance. It is prophetic. It is perfect. It is divine. And it's calling you forward because you were born for such a time as this. All around the world, something powerful is happening, something most people can't explain, but many can feel. The air feels different. Time feels faster. Old systems are breaking. Truths once hidden are rising to the surface. This isn't just a season of change, it's a spiritual shift. And deep within that shift, the chosen ones are waking up. You might have felt it before anyone said a word. Maybe you've noticed that your thoughts are sharper, your dreams more vivid, your emotions more intense. You're not alone. Thousands, maybe millions of people like you are feeling it too. And guess what? It's not chaos, it's clarity. It's the beginning of a new era, and you are part of it. For years, the world has been asleep, driven by fear, control, greed. But now, a light is breaking through the darkness. The energy on this planet is rising. People are starting to question what's real and what's fake. They're looking deeper, listening more, searching for truth. And at the center of this awakening are the ones who were always meant to lead, the ones who have felt different, rejected, or misunderstood for most of their lives. The chosen ones. This is your moment. The reason you've been pulled away from the noise, the drama, and the lies is because your soul was being prepared. You were being made strong, wise, and sensitive to energies that others ignore. The world doesn't need more followers, it needs guides. It needs those who carry ancient wisdom in a modern world, and that's you. This shift isn't coming. It has already begun. And now it's your time to rise, shine, and take your place in it. You're not here to escape the change, you're here to be the change. From the very moment you took your first breath, something in the unseen world shifted. You didn't come into this life unnoticed, far from it. You were watched, not just by people, but by forces paid both light and dark, that recognized something rare inside you, a spark, a power, a purpose. They knew you were different. They knew you weren't like the others. While most babies are born with potential, you were born with a mission. And the moment your soul entered this world, they felt it. The energy you carried wasn't ordinary. You were marked, chosen, and that scared them. You see, this world isn't just physical. There are layers, unseen by the eye, but deeply felt by the soul. Some forces work to protect the light. Others try to stop it. And because you were born to shine, to awaken, to lead others out of darkness, the resistance began early. Ever wonder why your childhood felt heavier than it should have? Why you experienced pain, confusion, or rejection so young? It wasn't random, it was targeted. The challenges, the bullying, the isolation. They weren't because you were weak. They happened because something powerful was trying to keep you from remembering who you are. But no matter what they threw at you, you survived. That alone is proof of your strength. You were watched, yes, but also protected. Every time you were about to fall too far, something pulled you back. A dream, a stranger's kindness, a voice inside whispering, "Don't give up." You were never forgotten. You were never alone. The watchers who feared your light tried to distract you, to break your spirit, to cover your gifts in self-doubt. But they failed because what was placed inside you wasn't man-made, it was divine. Now the mystery is unfolding, the fog is lifting, and the truth is becoming clearer. You were known before you ever knew yourself. You were sent here for a reason. Not to live a quiet, hidden life, but to awaken, rise, and help others do the same. They tried to stop you because they knew what you would become. But the time for hiding is over. The time for remembering has come. You're not just someone with potential. You're someone with a purpose. And that purpose has been protected since the day you were born. They saw it. They feared it. But now, the world is about to witness it. From the moment you opened your eyes to this world, a veil was placed over the truth. Not because you were unworthy of it, but because your purpose was too powerful to be unleashed too soon. You were born with something divine inside you, a sacred mission, a light the world desperately needs, but the systems around you were built to keep you from ever discovering that. The world you grew up in was designed to keep you distracted. From school to media, from trends to endless noise, everything was shaped to pull your attention outward, away from your inner truth. You were taught to chase approval, to follow rules, to stay small and blend in. Every time you asked deep questions, you were told to be quiet. Every time you felt something different stirring in your heart, you were told to ignore it. Why? Because if you ever remembered who you really are, you would shake the world. The truth was hidden from you because it is dangerous to those who benefit from your silence. You were never meant to live a life of routine and repetition. You were meant to awaken others, to challenge what's broken, to bring healing, light, and wisdom in a time of deep confusion. But the world doesn't welcome that kind of soul easily, so they gave you distractions, pain, false labels. They told you you were too sensitive, too different, too much. But the truth is, you were exactly what the world needs. They had to hide it. Because if you had known from the beginning just how powerful, how spiritually gifted, how important your path truly was, you would have stepped into your destiny far too soon. And the world wasn't ready. But now it is. The systems are starting to crumble. The distractions don't work on you like they used to. And the truth that was once hidden? It's rising to the surface, not through noise or force, but through quiet realization, through moments of stillness, through your pain, your journey, your awakening. You were never broken, you were blindfolded. Now the blindfold is coming off. And what you're about to see will change everything. There have been signs all around you, and soft whispers in a loud world, calling you, guiding you, reminding you of who you really are. But in the noise of everyday life, it's easy to ignore them, easy to brush them off as coincidence, imagination, or just a weird moment. But the truth is, you've been receiving messages all along. That strange dream you've had more than once, the one that feels more real than your waking life, that wasn't random. It was a message or a vision, trying to break through your conscious mind. Your soul remembers it, even when your brain forgets. In that dream, symbols, faces, and places return again and again, as if trying to say, pay attention. Now, this means something. What about the numbers? 1111, 333, 444. You see them on the clock, receipts, phone battery percentages, even license plates. You notice them, feel a strange pause, but often shake it off. These numbers are not just numbers. They are codes, markers, left by the universe to nudge you. Each one carries a vibration, a message, a sign that you're on the right path, or need to adjust course. And that gut feeling, that unexplainable sense that something's off, or something amazing is about to happen, that's not anxiety. That's intuition, the voice of your higher self. It speaks without words, through feelings, energy, and a quiet knowing. It's been trying to lead you, protect you, and prepare you, but most of the time, the world taught you to doubt it. You've walked past signs, ignored dreams, talked yourself out of the truth you felt, but those signs never stopped, because your purpose never stopped calling. Now is the time to look back and realize you were never alone. The signs were always there. The numbers, the dreams, the chills down your spine, they were all part of the message. It's time to listen. It's time to see what's been guiding you all along. For years, you may have felt isolated, as though you were walking a path that no one else could see or understand. While others seemed to have friends, crowds, and communities, you were left to navigate life on your own. But that feeling of loneliness wasn't something meant to break you. In fact, it was a form of divine preparation. You see, the world has a way of making you believe that success, love, and joy come from being surrounded by people. But what if the greatest moments of your growth came when you were alone? What if that space of quiet, that time of solitude, wasn't a void but a sacred training ground? You were being prepared. Isolation gave you time to reflect, to learn, to heal. It allowed you to hear the soft whispers of your inner voice without the distractions of the outside world. The solitude you experienced wasn't about rejection or being abandoned. It was a way for your soul to connect with the truth it was meant to discover. You couldn't hear your calling while being pulled in a million different directions. You needed space to grow, to understand, and to strengthen your spirit. During this time, you built resilience. You learned to trust yourself, to rely on your own inner guidance, and to find peace in silence. Those moments you spent alone taught you that true strength doesn't come from the approval of others. It comes from within. And now, as you emerge from that isolation, you stand stronger, clearer, and more aligned with your purpose. The world outside might be filled with noise and distractions, but inside, you've been preparing for something much bigger than you could ever imagine. The time spent in isolation gave you the focus and strength needed for the journey ahead. It gave you the ability to hear the divine whispers that others miss. You weren't left alone because you were forgotten. You were set apart because you were being trained for greatness. And now that the training is complete, you are ready to step into the world with the wisdom, the power, and the purpose you've been destined to fulfill. There's something deeper within you, something that goes far beyond your emotions, thoughts, and even your soul's awareness. It's encoded in the very fabric of your being, in your DNA. The truth is, you're not just different because of your experiences or your feelings. Your essence is woven with something far more ancient and powerful. Your DNA holds codes, ancient, spiritual codes that connect you to the very roots of creation. These codes are not just biological. They are metaphysical, energetic, and divinely designed. They carry the light of the universe, the knowledge of ages, and the wisdom of ancestors who once walked this earth with purpose, and now their legacy flows through you. In the scientific world, we know that DNA carries the genetic instructions for the development, functioning, and reproduction of all living organisms. It's the blueprint of life. But there's more to it than meets the eye. Spiritual science teaches that DNA is also a carrier of light frequencies, energy patterns that transcend physical form and connect us to the spiritual dimensions of existence. This light isn't just metaphorical, it's a vibrational frequency that holds information far beyond the biological structure we understand. This is where your uniqueness lies. Your DNA is not just a set of instructions for your body, It's a channel that connects you to the divine blueprint of the universe. Inside you are codes that reach far back into ancient times, ones that were planted in your being long before you were born. These codes are the essence of your soul's purpose, and they guide you toward your highest potential. It's like a cosmic GPS, directing you through life's challenges, pushing you toward growth, and reminding you of your true identity every time you feel lost or confused. When you feel an inexplicable pull toward spiritual awakening, toward higher consciousness, or even toward helping others, that's your DNA speaking. Your cells are vibrating with the energy of remembrance. The truth of who you are and what you were meant to do is written into your very existence, and this is why you feel different, because you are. You're carrying codes that have been passed down through generations, codes that connect you not just to this lifetime, but to past lives, ancient civilizations, and the deep knowledge of the cosmos. Many spiritual traditions speak of the concept of light codes. These are vibrational patterns that awaken when the soul is ready to embrace its true potential. Your light codes encoded in your DNA are waiting to be unlocked. When you start to meditate, when you seek answers beyond the material world, when you begin your spiritual journey, you activate these codes. Each step you take toward understanding who you truly are brings these ancient codes into alignment with your purpose. The world may not see it, but your DNA holds the keys to unlocking a much greater truth, one that is written in the stars, in the ancient texts, and in the deepest corners of your being. You are a walking testament to the power of the universe, a vessel that carries not only the light of your own soul, but the wisdom of the ages. Every time you trust your intuition, every time you step into your power, you are awakening those ancient codes. You are remembering who you truly are, and the world is beginning to see the light you've always carried within you. There were times when you felt like the world was too heavy, like the weight of everything you had been through was going to crush you. The pain, the losses, the heartbreak. It seemed relentless. There were moments when you questioned everything. Why me? Why does it feel like the universe is trying to break me? But what you didn't realize then is that all of it, every single trial, every painful moment, was part of something much bigger. It wasn't meant to destroy you, it was meant to awaken you when you were at your lowest, when everything felt like it was falling apart. You were actually being forged in the fire. The pain you experienced wasn't a punishment, it was spiritual initiation. In every trial you were being prepared. The struggles you faced, whether in relationships, your career, or your personal journey, were not random. They were challenges designed to test your strength, your resilience, and your faith. And each time you faced hardship, you learned something new. You found reserves of strength you didn't know existed. You tapped into a power that had always been there, buried deep inside of you. People may have tried to break you. They may have underestimated your spirit, told you that you weren't enough, or that you'd never make it. But they didn't know who you truly are. They didn't see the divine spark that resides within you. You were never meant to be a victim of your circumstances. You were always meant to rise, to transcend, and to use your pain as a source of empowerment. Think about the toughest moments in your life, the ones that almost broke you. It was in those very moments that you were pushed to grow beyond your limits. The darkness you went through wasn't meant to defeat you. It was meant to force you to step into your true power. And every time you thought you couldn't go on, something inside you whispered, "Keep going. You are stronger than this. You are meant for more." That inner voice, that divine spark, is your soul's calling, telling you that the struggle was never the end, it was the beginning. What they didn't realize is that every attempt to break you only made you stronger. Every challenge, every tear, every hardship was a stepping stone, pushing you closer to who you were always meant to become. It wasn't the world's cruelty that you were facing, it was the universe's way of saying, "You are a warrior, you are meant for greatness. This pain is temporary, but your strength is eternal." So here you are today, still standing, still breathing, still growing. You are not the broken person they tried to make you believe you were. You are the awakened one. The one who emerged from the fire, stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true purpose. And now, with each passing day, you move forward with the knowledge that nothing can break you, because you've already been through the hardest part and come out the other side, ready to embrace your destiny. There were moments when it felt like everything was against you, when the weight of the world seemed to press down on you, threatening to crush your spirit. You've faced battles, both visible and invisible, and at times it seemed like the odds were stacked so high against you that you couldn't possibly overcome them. And yet here you are. What should have broken you only made you stronger. What should have ended your journey became the very force that propelled you forward. You see, there's a reason for that. You have always been protected, watched over by a force greater than you can imagine. Even in the darkest moments, when you thought you were alone, something, or someone, was always by your side, ensuring you would survive, ensuring you would rise. There are unseen hands that have kept you safe, guiding you through every storm, every challenge, and every heartache. It wasn't just luck, and it wasn't just chance. You were protected for a reason. Perhaps you've heard people talk about guardian angels or divine protectors, those beings who stand at the ready to shield us when danger strikes. But what if I told you that those beings have always been with you? That quiet whisper in your ear when you felt lost, that sudden sense of peace in the middle of chaos, the moments when you narrowly avoided disaster without even knowing why, those were not just coincidences, they were signs of divine intervention. Whether you believe in angels, ancestors, or spiritual guides, the truth remains. You've never truly been alone. Every time you've faced something that seemed insurmountable, there was a divine presence watching over you, ensuring that you were not taken down by forces you didn't understand. That instinct you had to move in a certain direction at the last second, or the mysterious protection that kept you out of harm's way, weren't just random. They were the subtle but powerful signs of your divine protection. You were meant to survive, meant to thrive. Your journey isn't over yet, and the reason you're still here is because you have a greater purpose. All those things that tried to take you down were meant to strengthen you, to prepare you for what lies ahead. But you were never meant to face them alone. You were shielded, guided, and kept safe because there is more for you to do in this world. Your purpose is too important for you to be taken out by the storms you've weathered. So, the next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, or when the world feels like it's about to break you, remember this: you are protected for a reason. You have always been watched over, and that divine protection will continue to follow you, leading you toward your destiny. Whatever you face, you have already proven that you are strong enough to overcome it, and you will keep rising, protected, and empowered by the unseen forces that guard you. Your awakening is not a solitary journey. It's not just about you finding yourself or discovering your purpose. It's about what happens when your light shines brightly enough to ignite the spark in others. You've gone through trials, faced your fears, and stepped into your true power for a reason. You're a portal, a conduit for something greater, and your awakening is meant to activate others. As you continue to awaken, step into your truth, and rise above the challenges, you begin to understand that your transformation is not just personal, it's a call to action. Every time you overcome something that once seemed impossible, you set a powerful example for those around you. Your journey is a beacon, lighting the way for others who are still struggling to see the path. You may not always see it, but there are people watching you, learning from your strength, your courage, and your ability to rise from the ashes. You may not even realize it, but your very presence is shifting the energy around you, helping others believe that they too can rise, heal, and transform. The beauty of this awakening is that it creates a ripple effect. When you step into your power, it opens doors for others to do the same. Your light is contagious. The healing you experience doesn't just stop with you. It expands outward, touching the lives of those who cross your path. Your story becomes their story. Your rise becomes their rise. But this also means that you are called to lead. Your journey isn't just about self-discovery. It's about using your newfound wisdom and power to help others find their way. You have the tools, the knowledge, and the strength to guide others through their own darkness, whether it's through your words, your actions, or simply by being the example of resilience. You are here to activate the souls around you, to encourage them to rise and claim their own power. You may have felt isolated in the past, but now you realize that your journey was never just for you. You were being prepared to guide, to lead, and to awaken others to the divine truth that lies within them. The world needs your light, your leadership, and your wisdom now more than ever. So as you continue to grow, don't hold back. Keep shining, keep evolving, and most importantly, keep leading. Your awakening is the key to unlocking the potential in others. The world is waiting for you to rise, not just for your own benefit, but for the collective healing and transformation of those who are looking to you for guidance. You're a portal for others, and your light has the power to ignite a revolution of change. It's time to rise and lead. Lately, have you been feeling more tuned in to the world around you? Maybe you're noticing things that you never did before, like a sudden burst of intuition or an uncanny ability to see through people's lies. It's like a shift has occurred, and you're sensing things on a deeper level, understanding things you didn't know you could. These experiences aren't random, and they aren't just coincidences. What's happening is that your spiritual gifts are awakening. You may have been wondering why things seem to be changing. The way you perceive the world around you is shifting. Maybe you've been able to pick up on subtle energy shifts in people, sensing their emotions before they even speak a word. Or perhaps you've had vivid dreams, clear gut feelings, or strange synchronicities that seem to speak directly to your situation. This isn't your imagination playing tricks on you. It's your soul activating, your spiritual gifts coming online. For some, this may look like a stronger connection to their intuition. You might find yourself making decisions with ease, trusting that inner voice that's guiding you even when others doubt it. You might notice that your intuition is sharper, that you can sense people's true intentions even when they're not saying a word. You can feel the energy in a room before you even walk in, and you know who's genuine and who's wearing a mask. For others, these changes might come in the form of heightened sensitivity to the unseen world, like glimpses of spirits, or a sudden awareness of the vibrations of different environments. It could feel like you're seeing beyond the physical, able to sense the true nature of things. Suddenly the world doesn't seem so solid and predictable. It's as if you're tapping into something greater, something hidden beneath the surface. These gifts are part of your spiritual awakening. They're the tools you've always had within you, but they've been dormant, waiting for the right moment to rise, and that moment is now. Your heightened sensitivity, your intuition, your ability to perceive energies and truths, these aren't just random experiences. They are the gifts that you were born with, and they're coming online as part of your soul's purpose. This is just the beginning. As your spiritual gifts continue to activate, you'll find that you have an even deeper connection to your higher self, your divine purpose, and the universe itself. So, embrace these changes and trust in the process. You're being called to step into a new level of awareness and power, and the world needs the gifts that you carry. What you're experiencing now is just the start of your awakening. There's something urgent you need to understand, and it's crucial that you hear it right now. The truth you're being shown may not be available for long. This isn't a message you can afford to ignore or delay. What you're witnessing is unfolding at a time when things are changing rapidly. Opportunities, insights, and revelations are coming in waves, and the window of time for accessing them is closing faster than you might think. That's why you're seeing this message now. This isn't just another random moment. This is a pivotal time, a time when everything you've been searching for, everything you've been feeling deep within, is aligning in a way that will never be quite the same again. The truth that is being revealed to you right now is part of a greater shift. The universe is calling you to pay attention, to act, and to awaken to your higher purpose before it's too late. You may have felt the subtle nudge, the quiet pull, urging you to step forward and embrace something new, but you've hesitated. Maybe you thought you had more time, or that the truth could wait. But the reality is that things are moving fast, and the changes that are about to take place may catch many off guard. The time to act is now. This message is a reminder that the universe works in cycles. There are moments when things come together, when truths are revealed, and when the world changes. But these moments don't last forever. If you don't act, you might miss your opportunity to align with your true purpose. The window for growth, for clarity, and for awakening is narrowing. What you're learning today may not be available tomorrow, and the path may become harder to see as the world shifts around you. This is the moment to take action, to trust what's being revealed to you, and to prepare for the changes that are coming. Time is running out, and what you do with this moment could shape the rest of your journey. Don't wait until it's too late. The truth is here now, and you have the chance to step into your power before the opportunity passes. There's something deep within you, something that you may not even be fully aware of yet. A truth that has been buried beneath layers of doubt, struggle, and confusion. You were born into royalty. Not in the conventional sense that society might measure wealth or status, but in a deeper, more powerful sense. You come from a spiritual bloodline, a divine lineage that runs through your veins, waiting to be awakened. The world may have tried to make you forget, but it cannot erase the essence of who you truly are. From the moment you took your first breath, you were marked, not by the world's standards or by the limitations of society, but by a higher power, a force that knew exactly what you were destined to be. You come from a lineage of strength, wisdom, and purpose, a bloodline of spiritual royalty that transcends time and space. Your ancestors, your spiritual forebears, have walked paths of greatness, and their energy courses through you right now. The power that you feel stirring within you is not a coincidence. It is the awakening of a long-forgotten truth. But the world has a way of making us forget who we really are. From the moment you entered this world, you were conditioned by the structures of society to forget your divine identity. You were taught to look outward for validation, to seek answers in the external world, and to measure your worth by standards that have nothing to do with the power that lies within you. They told you to conform, to blend in, to fit in with the crowd, but what they failed to teach you, what they deliberately hid from you, is that you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out, to lead, and to awaken the divine light that resides in your very DNA. It's easy to feel lost in a world that constantly tries to define who we should be. It's easy to feel like you don't belong, like you don't fit into the molds that society has created for you. But those feelings of isolation, that sense that something is missing, are simply signs of the deeper truth within you calling to be acknowledged. You're not alone. You've never been alone. Your spiritual ancestors are always with you, guiding you, whispering to you, and urging you to remember who you truly are. The veil of forgetfulness that has been placed over you is thin, and it is beginning to lift. Your soul knows the truth, and it's time for you to remember it. This divine heritage is not just a concept, it's an energy. It's a frequency that pulses within you, waiting for the right moment to awaken. The challenges you've faced, the obstacles you've overcome, and the struggles you've endured were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you. Every trial you faced, every moment of pain, every time you felt like giving up, was part of the divine process to help you reconnect with your true identity. These experiences were shaping you, molding you into the person you are destined to be, a person who will lead, who will rise, and who will reign in their own unique way. You might not see it yet, but your royal heritage is visible in the way you walk, the way you speak, and the way you connect with the world. It shows in your strength, your resilience, your ability to endure, and your capacity for love and compassion. These are the traits of royalty, traits that have been passed down to you through generations of your spiritual ancestors. They are within you, woven into the very fabric of your being. You've always felt different, haven't you? It's as if the world around you doesn't quite match the vision you hold for yourself. You've always known there was something more, something greater, waiting to be unlocked. That's because there is. Your soul is calling you to reclaim your birthright. You were never meant to live in the shadows, never meant to hide your brilliance. You were born to shine, to inspire, and to lead. It's time to step into your power, to awaken the royalty within you, and to claim your place in the world. The time has come. Everything you've experienced, every challenge you've faced, every moment of doubt, every struggle, every victory, it was all part of the preparation. You've been prepared for this moment your entire life. The mission that has been calling you, the one that has whispered in the depths of your soul, is now standing before you, ready to be embraced. It's no coincidence that you're here reading this at this exact moment. You were chosen for something greater than you could have ever imagined. The path may not have been easy, but it has always led you to this point, the moment where everything aligns, where the pieces of the puzzle fall into place. Now it's time to rise. This is your moment to step into the fullness of your purpose and to fulfill the divine mission you've been carrying all this time. You are not just a passive observer in your life's journey. You are the protagonist, the one who has been forged in the fire, refined by life's tests, and strengthened through every trial. Every hardship was meant to prepare you for this time, to sharpen you, to build your resilience, to give you the wisdom needed to walk the path ahead. You are ready. The mission is calling you now, and it's calling you to step up, to be bold, and to lead with unwavering confidence. The world is waiting for you to rise. There are people who need your unique gifts, your perspective, your strength. The world needs your light, your voice, your leadership. This is your opportunity to step into the greatness that has always been inside of you, to embrace the full power of your divine mission. The time for hesitation, doubt, or fear is over. You have everything you need within you to succeed, to make an impact, and to fulfill your calling. So, what are you waiting for? The world is changing, and the doors of opportunity are opening wide. It's time for you to step through them. Your mission is here, it's now, and it's yours to claim. Rise with courage, rise with confidence, rise with purpose. The time is now, your destiny is calling you. Step into it, embrace it, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. You've been prepared for this. The world is ready. Now it's your turn to rise and lead. The world is shifting, and your purpose has always been part of this transformation. You've felt it deep within, a call that has never truly left you, no matter how far.